Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Matt's Finds. Today I got some cool stuff now that the thrift stores are back open in South Carolina. I got some cool stuff I'm going to show you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we got a vintage 1978 Bullitt Tune, Fisher Price. This is the number 870 xylophone. And earlier versions from the 60s had the wooden wheel, so that's how I know this is the 70s model right here. Plus I could track it down to 78. But it plays a tune when it was pulled. The string, unfortunately, is missing, but the mechanisms is still inside there. So all you gotta do is attach a little string, and you'll be able to pull a tune again. But you can also manually play it just like that. So pretty cool find. I'm sure a lot of us out there had these when we were little, but it's pretty cool, decent. So let's go to the next thing that we found. This right here is a limited edition. Found this over there in the knick-knack area, you know, where all the breakable stuff is. And I usually don't pick up stuff like this, but I thought this was pretty cool. So this is a 1994 limited edition C 1902 Pennsylvania special. This is number 1736 out of 5,000, and it was made in China by Trains Gone By. So it's a pretty cool little piece. See the top right there. Still got the price tag on it. I paid like $3.89 for it at one of the thrift stores. But pretty cool. So I know a lot of people out there that collect train stuff, signs, and anything that has to do with locomotives. So a pretty cool little pickup. So let's go to what we got next. Found this in the CD aisle. I always check it out and see if I find anything good. But I thought this was pretty cool. This is one of my favorite movies when I was a little kid. But this is the Encino Man Soundtrack. It's got everything from Vince Neil to Queen and Crystal Waters. It's got T-Ride, Tone Loc, I mean, just all kinds of cool songs was on this right here, and it's in great shape. I even stuck it in my CD player in my truck and was jamming it on my way home from lunch break. But I thought this is pretty cool, so let's go to the next thing we got. This right here is weird. I remember watching this movie when I was a little kid. This is the Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke collectible. It's unopened. It's made by Real Toys. And it says that this is from Series 2. And on the back side, it's got like a bunch of different products you could have bought. Like, it's got lights and lunch boxes, coffee cups, and stuff like that. So I just thought that was pretty cool to find this unopened at a thrift store. And they wanted $20 for it. But I used my half off coupon and got it for like $10.25, something like that. So I might have overpaid for this, but I just thought it was pretty cool to show you guys out there. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that like to collect like Cheech and Chong stuff in general, or just movie merchandise in general. So I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, this right here is a book that I actually read when I was a little kid, and this is in great shape to be from 1994. Like, it's printed in 1994 in February. This is part of the Indian in the Cupboard series, and this was one of my favorite books and movie. But the Indian in the Cupboard was a great book, but this is like the second part in the series right here. This is the Mystery of the Cupboard, and I believe this one takes place more in like Europe, you know, like not in like the US like the first one did. But pretty cool little book, in great shape. Looks like it's only been read maybe one time its whole lifetime. So definitely know there's people out there looking for vintage books like that. This right here is a stack of books that I happen to found, because if you've been paying attention to my videos, I've been trying to collect all the Goosebumps Books series and find them just at thrift stores. Well, this is pretty cool. The very first Goosebumps book that got me into reading Goosebumps books was this one right here, when I got it free at a book fair at school one time. It was called the RIP book fair, like Read in Peace, and it was like a haunted themed book fair, but it was when like Scholastic and all these different book companies would come to the school and they'd let you pick one book for free. And this was the one that I went with. So this is the one that got me into reading Goosebumps. So I thought that was pretty cool and share that story with you guys. But I also found this one. All right. Then we got a like Night of the Living Dummy. Everybody remembers old Slappy. All right. We got Be Careful What You Wish For. We got Monster Blood. We got The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. I remember this book really great. Like, a lot of these books I've already read, but then there's some I've never heard of. Like, this one's called Series 2000 Goosebumps. So I'm sure this is not like as old as like the other ones right here. But I just thought it was pretty cool to share with you guys, because I'm going to try to complete the entire collection one day eventually. Also, got some cool advertisements. These are old magazine advertisements that I've been finding there. Someone's been dropping off a lot of old advertisements and stuff, so I've been picking them up. So I'm going to go through these real quickly, so if you guys see something you want to really check out, just pause the video. I'm going to keep rolling through some of these. I love finding vintage stuff like this, man, because I love older cars and stuff. It's one of the worlds I do enjoy, like fixing up and restoring rust, you know, like just some stuff I leave rusty because it looks better that way, but there's a lot of things out there that I would prefer to just sandblast it down and fix it up and make it look brand spanking new again, you know. So check this out. I like the back of this. This is a cool car advertisement, you know. That's what really sells here a lot. But on the back, you got this vintage Spam. And if you know what Spam is, then you know it's pretty good meat, but it ain't like my first choice. But if it's the only thing in the cupboard and you're hungry, I will eat a Spam sandwich. All right. So this one right here has got a little bit of damage, but it's pretty cool. It's got like an old vintage advertisement for a movie reel and stuff, and old furniture advertisements. I mean, there's collectors out there for advertisement stuff. Like if you're really into movie projectors and movie devices and stuff like that, then you're probably going to want like something cool, like an old vintage advertisement hanging on your wall or something like that. And this right here, we got some more. Like this is a Buick advertisement. So if you're like big on Buicks, you know what I mean, you're probably going to want something like this framed hung on your wall because it's an original advertisement. This is for a DeSoto. Man, so it's just packed full of cool stuff, and I have tons more of this. We're just not going to go through all of them today. But yeah, like this on the back even has an advertisement for like a Union Pacific Railroad down there and stuff. Like people go nuts over that kind of stuff. So I just thought that was pretty cool to show you guys. Let's see, what else do we have? We found this right here in the CD aisle also. This is a PlayStation game, Crash Bandicoot, very popular game. And from what I'm understanding is the new PlayStation 5 is supposedly going to be able to play any PlayStation game ever made, all the way from PlayStation 1 up to PS5 games on one system. So a lot of people are going to start looking for these older games like this, so I thought that would be a good investment. I only paid like, I think $1 for it. Like, don't ever look at these tags right here, because usually when it comes to CDs and books and tapes and stuff like that, records, they just have a sign with no prices on them, and they'll have all kinds of prices on them from where they used to sell the item at. Like, this could have been a game at like GameStop at one time, and then someone donated it to the thrift store or whatever, and now I have it, but that's not what they got it in it, you know. So like, I probably paid like $1.50, $2 for this behind the glass case. But I just thought that was pretty cool also. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that like button down below and share with me your favorite collectibles and finds that you get out there in thrift stores and yard sales. Everybody finds that one treasure. So, hope you guys have a great week. Peace.